Well, you have to think back to the summer of 2014, and the news, certainly in Texas, but everywhere in the country, was unprecedented numbers of kids arriving at the border unaccompanied because of violence in Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and to some extent, children being conscripted into working for coyotes.
There was a giant influx, and of course, there was a media frenzy. Typical with the media, when things settle down, they go away. But the problem is still here.
It's not a political issue. It's an issue of human compassion. Women that are willing to put their children on the top of a train to protect them. The situation is really serious, and we decided that it was an issue that we wanted to help do what we can.
I look at it, I'm a father of 2 boys. I have a 6-year-old son, I have an 11-year-old son. There is no way that I would let my 11-year-old son travel 1,800 miles by himself on the hope of maybe getting to this country. So for parents to have to let their children go, for these children to make the decision to make that journey by themselves, that speaks a lot to the gravity of the situation in that country. So I really do view it more as a humanitarian crisis than an immigration crisis.
We are not in the business of representing a cause. We're not filing class actions. We're not challenging the system. We're not making political statements. All we're doing is representing individual clients. That's our mission. We don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, liberal, conservative. Our mission is to represent a mother and a child or an unaccompanied child and get them into the system and represent them to the best of our ability.
It was surprising to me how little representation and how little knowledge these women have when they're not represented by counsel.
They're given a little sheet of paper that shows them what their rights are. They don't know. So it's our job to meet with them and to build up a trust and a relationship so that they know that we're going to do the right kind of job for them. And it's very fulfilling.
I think what we're doing is really, really powerful in creating a voice for those women.
And they're not here illegally. I make the distinction between people who sneak into the country and don't report themselves. These people surrender at the border, and they are legal to the extent that they want to get into the legal system. The law that's in place has been in place for a long time, and that's the law that permits foreigners to come in and seek asylum. This is America at its best. Yes, they have to go through our system. Yes, it can be painful. They may have to be in a detention facility until they're bonded out. But in the long run, if they have the legal and factual basis to prove their asylum, then they can become a permanent resident here in the United States and maybe eventually be a citizen.
And the perception that these immigrant children are going to come over and not make something of their lives is just, it's very frustrating to me, because I look at that and I think, why? You can make a difference and you can succeed in life. Given an education, they'll have those same opportunities and ability to succeed. They just need to be given the opportunity. They are who I could have been had I not had the opportunity to get that education. So there's all the reasons we should be doing it. It's the right thing, but it's also that I connect with the issue in a very personal way, because that could have been me and it certainly could be my family members.